everything. And he started hitting threes, and he's bringing us back. And he scored like 30 points in the second half of this game, and we had a chance to pull even with him in the fourth quarter. And the fans, the Garfield fans, were even rooting for him. The college coaches were, they were there watching Roten, and all of a sudden they're looking at him, they're looking at our bench, and after the game, they kind of swarm, and so he started getting a lot of attention there. And that was probably the first time that he got a lot of attention.
How do you think his leadership has changed now he's in Chicago and now he's been looked upon to do more?
I think it's blossoming the way it did when he was, at high school. He was a captain as a sophomore. Zach has always been loyal to the coaches, and he'll do what they say. And now he is starting to learn how to do both, be loyal and also that leader, and kind of push the other guys to try to stay up with him, because, his work ethic is, there's, second to none. You can put him up there with all the greats, the Kobe's and the Michaels, and that always work hard. Those were his models, and that's how he worked.
My colleague here at NBA TV, Sam Mitchell, said that Zach is the first one in the gym, last one to leave. Sometimes you have to change the code to keep him out. He wanted to change that narrative of being a dunker to being a jump shooter, but you knew that at a young age. Is he really more of a jump shooter than a dunker?
His pull-up jumper is one of the best. That was his killer in high school, was the pull-up from about 15, because he's so quick. He'd be up the floor and just bam, real quick up jump, and that was his shot. Probably his favorite shot is when he drives the left side, pulls up on the baseline about 10, 15, and fall-away jumper. That was always just money.
Rumor has it that Zach's the best scorer to ever play at your high school, but someone else has the record. Take me through that story.
Back in 1978, when I played at Bothell High School, I had a game where I scored 53 points. And so that was always Zach's goal, to beat that 53. There was a couple times where he's in the 40s, and one time he got 48 points, but we were up by 30 on this team, and it looked like they were trying to hurt him. And so I took him out, and he was not happy with me at all.
What?
He wasn't happy with, yeah. In fact, I think he had 48 or 49 the other day, and I texted him. I said, "Love the way you're playing. You're almost to 53.
Stop it, Zach LaVine. Are you kidding me?
Zach, all the hard work to get the recognition that you're going to get as an all-star, it's all worth it. That's just your next step in your evolution as your game. It's not the end point. It's the next beginning for your game. So proud of you."
Welcome to Las Vegas, the site of Olympic tune-up basketball, for a slew of nations getting ready to fight for the gold in Tokyo. But before we get there, more exhibition work to be had between a couple of teams that are undefeated thus far in Sin City. D Tigers of Nigeria going up against the Boomers of Australia here at Michelob Ultra Arena inside Mandalay Bay. These two teams 2-0 thus far, looking very impressive. We welcome you courtside, folks. Kevin Dana on the call with you this evening. A couple of teams looking very good thus far. This is the second game of the day. The first one, an impressive win for USA over Argentina, winning by 28. This was the first play of the game. A lob to Bam Adebayo, and then Kevin Durant sharing team-high honors in scoring with Bradley Beal, hitting the three there. Beal and Durant both with 17 points. Lillard also in double figures. Bradley Beal, a nice take inside there. But this was the highlight of the game. Zach LaVine, watch ahead, folks, with the and one flush. USA beating the number 4 team in the country by 28 points. Number 4 team in the world, I should say. Here are the exhibition standings thus far. USA getting their first win. Argentina 0-3. And now our battle between the two 2-0 teams, Nigeria and Australia. And let's start with the Aussies. A win, a buzzer-beating win over Argentina on Saturday, followed by the 8-point win over USA on Monday night. And putting the clamps down defensively for the Boomers, Matisse Thybulle, who also had a very efficient game on the offensive end, 12 points and 3 assists. and also a slew of blocks and steals. This is what Matisse Thybulle can bring for you in transition, his athleticism. And oh yeah, the corner three working for him. He's 5 for 6 from downtown in the first 2 games here in Las Vegas. Steal and slam for Matisse. And another dunk for Thybulle, who was 5 for 7 from the floor. On the other side for Nigeria, he did not play against USA. Against Argentina, he made up for lost time in just 14 minutes. 15 points and 7 rebounds. Taking Scola to Escuela right there with the finish inside. A very efficient 7 for 8. The top follow right there. Jahlil Okafor promises to have a big tournament in Tokyo. You see him go to the hoop there. The Detroit Piston big has been doing work. Let's take a look at the starting lineups. Nathan Sobey, Dante Exum, Matisse Thybulle, Jock Landale, and Nick Cave for Australia. You see, no Patty Mills, no Joe Ingles, and no Aaron Baines for the Boomers in this contest. For Nigeria, Gabe Nnamdi Vincent, Miye-Oni, Jahlil Okafor, Chimezie Metu, and Josh Okogie. And we are underway. So here's Okogie. Okafor driving on Landale, pushes it up, no. Vincent going for the tip, can get it. Nathan Sobey. That's him, former top 5 pick of the Utah Jazz back in 2014. Traffic on Metu. Cross match here. Late clock for Exum. Nice crossover. Bounce pass inside to Landale, who gets fouled going up. I'll go on Miye-Oni. 2 free throws for Jock Landale. Reigning NBL Finals MVP with Melbourne United. Getting it done against Perth. The Wildcats in the finals, 2 games to 1. Missing the first free throw. Landale, a guy who is on NBA radar. He's been linked to Anadolu Efes, the reigning EuroLeague champs, but his eyes are on the NBA. It really motivates him trying to get to the NBA as he missed both free throws.
You got it! You got it!
Okafor goes to Gabe, not even sending him out. You think it's going in every time he puts it up. 6 for 8 from downtown against USA on Saturday. Still looking for our first bucket. Okogie. For his defense, he's playing point guard here for Nigeria and head coach Mike Brown, the Golden State Warriors associate head coach, former head coach of the Cavaliers and the Lakers. Oni on the Metu. The skilled big for Nigeria rattles one down. Chimezie Metu of the Sacramento Kings gives us our first bucket of the contest.
Good kid! Good!
Into the corner, Nathan Sobey. Sobey yourself. That's the triple. Couple of threes to start this one off. There's the defense of Thybulle playing the passing lane perfectly. Sobey to Jock Landale. Oh, he has a pretty looking stroke. Landale, 39% three-point shooter with Melbourne United this year. Metu can't answer back. Looking for his second three. Okay, getting the start today. Test on the offensive boards. Thybulle, great look inside to Landale, who finishes through physicality. This game got started with some outside shooting. Chimezie Metu first. I love watching the rotation on a FIBA basketball. Just looks that much prettier. And then Nathan Sobey answering back for Australia, followed by Jock Landale, who will be shooting a free throw on the other side of this break. Australia leading Nigeria by 5.
Another beer or something different?
How about this super filling IPA?
Son, you want a dark beer.
Aged with goat's milk.
Dark beer!
How about a Beeben ginger highball?
On a road trip, do you need power or optimum power? If that battery in your kid's toy dies, you are in for a long ride. So upgrade to Optimum. Duracell Optimum.
Men everywhere are now cutting their hair at home. Are you? Introducing Microtouch Titanium Trim, the all-new at-home hair cutting tool and precision groomer. Now, cutting hair is as easy as combing hair.
If you can comb it, you can cut it. Simple.
The revolutionary design positions the blades on the side like a comb. Snap on a comb to dial in the perfect length and just comb and cut for pro-level results at home. Snap off the comb and edge sideburns and beards. Or clear your neck and shoulders. And look, titanium trim extends a full 40 millimeters for those hard-to-reach areas. Nothing else comes close. Titanium-coated blades, 5 custom attachments, built-in extension handle with a non-slip grip and LED spotlight. Order online now at titaniumtrim.com or call 1-800-450-9086.
If you don't have it, you better get it.
Comb it and cut it with Microtouch Titanium Trim.
Nigeria coming out of the huddle, led by head coach Mike Brown. And pregame, the Nigerian team wore T-shirts honoring the Sound Sultan. He was a prominent, multi-talented entertainer in Nigeria and a longtime supporter of Nigerian basketball. Sound Sultan passed away over the weekend at the age of 44 after a battle with cancer. He is survived by his wife and 3 children, passing away this past weekend. So our thoughts with Sound Sultan's family, and you would have to imagine Sound Sultan would be very pleased with how the Tigers have played thus far. He's a big fan of Nigeria basketball. That is a nice tip in from Sobi to push the lead to 7. Okogie. Stometsu looking inside for Okafor. That's a fun matchup with Landale. Goes inside, just bullies his way inside, but it's because of an offensive foul. And you can see why Okafor would just feast FIBA competition. He's so big, he's so skilled, has good footwork, but you can't do what he did there. That'll get called. Not too long ago, averaging 17 a game in the league. Now with the Pistons. Exum puts it on the deck. Driving dish. Finds its way to K for 2. Great start here for the Boomers, up by 9, despite not having its full complement of players. And if you're just joining us, no Patty Mills, no Joe Ingles, no Aaron Baines. Josh Okogie to the rim, trying to slide it underneath the hands of Dante Exum, and he does draw the whistle. So Okogie to the line. And we're about to get a treat, folks. Josh Giddey checking in, potential lottery pick. Number 6 for Australia. As Okogie's at the line. Well, we'll give you more on Giddey later, but a guy that NBA scouts certainly want to see. He will not be a part of the Olympic roster. There he is on your screen right there. Number 6, Giddey, a guy who is just 18 years old, draft eligible, figures to go high in the first round. A guy who will be the first full-time NBA Academy graduate to be drafted into the NBA. NBA Academy, which started 4 years ago, already has almost 50 players playing at the D1 level at the NCAA, handful of international pros, a couple of G League Ignite players in its first 2 years. Dyson Daniels, another Australian, Principal Singh. So the NBA Academy doing a bang-up job, and Josh Giddey, their latest product. The lob to Duoff, Reef from Thibault. Reef can't put it in. Okogie. Nnamdi. Okogie on the drive, and he had it knocked out of play. It'll stick with the Tigers. 4-2.
They have 4 on the shot clock.
Got to be a quick hitter here for Mike Brown and friends. Goes to Jalil. Okafor on Giddey. Finish. Got to his spot, though. Here's Giddey. Good look inside. See his court vision. Goes to K. Great defense by Okogie. Nicknamed the Nigerian Clamp God. See why there. One of the defensive stoppers for the Minnesota Timberwolves. Just finished his 3rd year in the NBA. This deflection. Also got a piece of Exum's head. It's the pressure defense that Okogie can't apply. A concern for him. Just a 27% three-point shooter last year. So you'd like to see the offense come around, but defensively, he is already there. Chris Goulding checking in. There's Giddey in a late clock situation on Okogie. And that was a mess of a possession there for Australia. Didn't quite look like they understood how much time was left on the shot clock. Precious Achiuwa coming off a really nice performance against Argentina in that 23-point win. Caleb Agata, impressive against USA. Nice take, solid finish by Precious Achiuwa cleaning up the glass. Achiuwa 12 points and 7 rebounds in the 23-point triumph over the Argentinians yesterday. Goulding, big-time three-point shooter in the NBL. Duop Reith has touch and shows off that touch right there. Precious Achiuwa tried to fool everyone there, but that went through. There's the Achiuwa putback off the Agata miss. And a hometown visitor's role, I guess you'd say, for Duop Reith. An international role, maybe?
Good. Get out, Caleb. Good.
Got it. Sizing up Giddey. That looks for Vincent. Gabe Nnamdi Vincent. Pocket pass. Achiuwa rumbling to the rim. Precious Achiuwa. Former first-round pick of the Miami Heat. Josh Giddey off the spin. Finish. Got a screen from Xavier Cooks, who just checked in. He tries to track it down. Ambitious outlet pass doesn't work out for the Nigerians there. So we'll get some subs here for the Tigers. Achiuwa inside, too much for Josh Green to handle. And Metu. That is a super tough pass to make. I mean, it's the only way you can make that pass, but it's close to impossible to complete. Ambitious. Does result in a turnover. And that'll be an offensive foul. Obi Emigano just checked in and slid over perfectly on the help D. Gonna see it again. Just slides over. Boom. Right there. Beat him to the spot. Good defense from the former Oral Roberts product, Obi Emigano. Played last year, the top league in Spain, one of the top leagues in the world. Averaged close to 10 a game in the ACB for Fuenlabrada. Stan Okoye, a recent sub. Achua had trouble gathering it. Hit a three yesterday. Did not hit a three with the Heat this year. Oh, Reith all over that. Achua gets it back with the left. Kept alive by Agata. Iguamo cashing it in. Another hustle play defensively by Emagano, but too physical there. Amu, the three. Gets Nigeria within 4. It was a slow start for D Tigers, but they're making their way back against the Boomers of Australia here in Las Vegas.
Wendy's serves fresh, never frozen beef on every hamburger. That's why our Dave Single is so hot and juicy. But what if that Dave Single was buy one, get one for $1? And all these faves were too. Get any of these faves BOGO $1 only at Wendy's.
Together, committed to helping preserve what makes the outdoors worth exploring.
Make this the summer you taught them what it means to serve. The summer of hauling happiness by the ton and bringing home hardware by the handful, where traditions were passed down on the tailgate. And the only thing more powerful than the feeling was the truck that took you to it. Make this the summer of Ram.
Now get $3,550 in total values, plus finance and get no monthly payments for 90 days on the 2021 Ram 1500.
A couple of Group B foes going head-to-head right here. They'll play each other in Saitama Super Arena in Japan in just a couple of weeks. Australia and Nigeria joined in Group B by Germany and Italy. We don't know what's going on inside the mind of Brian Gorgie, and we would never pretend to know, but perhaps the reason why those guys are sitting, no Matthew Dellavedova, Patty Mills, Joe Ingles, or Aaron Baines. Now, of course, Baines did bang up his knee against USA, but perhaps not wanting to show everything Australia will have to offer in Tokyo. Xavier Cooks with it. Played in Summer League before. Couple of times setting up Josh Giddey for three, and he knocks it down. The potential lottery pick has Australia upset. Okoye. No good. Giddey the rebound. They have the matchup they want down low. Yeah, Reith over the smaller Emagano. Got on the help D, commits the crime. So far, so good for Josh Giddey. Have to like what you've seen. Good passing and hits the open three. Josh Giddey, part of that Next Stars program, was the NBL Rookie of the Year. NBA Academy player. Helped Australia in the Asia Cup qualifiers. Played with the Adelaide 36ers in the NBL as Duop Reith, who played in Serbia last year with the Red Star. One of the top teams there. Knocks down his freebies. Toby Emagano. He'll run the rock this time for Mike Brown and friends. Chua thought about it. He'll put it on